Hi and welcome to Yum Paleo. My name is Andrew and today what we're going to be doing is a really simple but quite effective twist on your basic meatloaf recipe. So what we're going to be doing is what I'm going to call Paleo beef and bacon muffin. So basically what we're doing is we're taking a traditional meatloaf recipe, changing it a little bit so it's paleo friendly, and we're going to serve it in individual muffin sized portions. So it's just a really nice and simple way of serving this. This is the kind of thing you can do either as a lunch with your friends, handy to have some of these leftover things as snacks for hungry teenage children, or it's kind of just a different twist on a dinner party, keeping it fairly casual. So it's a throw everything in together type of recipe, so we're not cooking any individual components before we put it all in. So what I'm going to start off with, I have about 2.5 pounds of ground beef here. I've got 4 rashers of streaky bacon, a couple of brown onions, I've got 3 large cloves of garlic, I have 3 zucchinis or courgettes, depending on which part of the world you come from. So 3 of those. I have a couple of carrots. I have 3 reasonably large tomatoes. I've got a couple of eggs here. I've actually got 3 sitting here, but I'll probably only use 2. Basically just using the egg to help bind the recipe. And I've got some spices here, a little bit of oregano, some rosemary, some paprika, a little bit of pepper. And I'm also going to add a little bit of sweet chili sauce. Now I understand with sweet chili sauce it's not strictly paleo because it is obviously a prepared type of sauce. So it's got pickled red chili in it, water, garlic, vinegar, but it's only a very, very small part of the recipe. So if you're super strict paleo, you may not want to put this in, but I am putting it in just as a bit of an extra. And in addition to that, we're going to serve this obviously with a side of sweet potato, hence the sweet potatoes over here, and also going to do a side of broccoli. So alternately, if you didn't want to do it with vegetables, you can serve these individual muffins up with a side salad. So really quite versatile. So anyway, the first thing I've done is I'm just going to preheat our oven. So I've got it sitting here on bake. I've got it on 200 degrees Celsius, which is around 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's basically just going to help bring our oven up to temperature while we're getting sorted out here. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to want to put together our zucchinis, our carrots and our tomatoes, and we're going to want to blend those together. Basically we're going to use the grater attachment on our kitchen whiz here and help get things started. With our onions, they're going to be diced, so I'll do them in a moment. So we'll start off with our the components that will go into our kitchen whiz, and they'll be grated. So I'm just going to trim the ends off those zucchinis, leave the skins on. Same thing with the carrots. I'm going to leave the skins on them. Basically, they're going to be grated, they're going to be inside the recipe, so you don't really want to be grating off the best part of them. With a lot of these vegetables, the more of the skin you can leave on, the better it is. So anyway, going to just get this started off. So that's our carrot and zucchini grated. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop these tomatoes in. Obviously we're not trying to grate our tomatoes, basically we're just going to try to process them down. So pop that in. Just undo that now. And just feed those top bits of tomato and just put them over here to one side, because basically we're going to chop those up and add them anyway. It's just a little bit that's set over the top. And we're going to start with this. So this is just our tomato, carrot and zucchini. Just work that piece out that's sliced. And I'm just going to slice up little bits of tomato, what's left. Just move that over there. Now in addition to this, I'm just going to add in garlic. We're going to crush that using my fancy new garlic crusher. So the next thing we're going to do is add our onions. So just peel them off first. And we're just going to dice these. My fear is at this stage, this bowl's probably not going to be big enough for mixing in. But I'll mix the first part of the ingredients in it anyway, because we can add the meat into the other bowl, which I've got sitting behind me, to give us a little more room to get things done. So I'll add my ingredients. Here's my spices and things. So paprika, I'm going to add about a teaspoon. So a teaspoon of paprika. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of dried rosemary, just because I haven't got any fresh stuff with me today. And I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of oregano as well. Right, so from there I'm going to add 2 eggs. And I'm going to add in a reasonably generous squeeze of chili sauce into there too. So it's not an exact amount, but I'd say it's sort of probably about a good dessert spoon of sweet chili sauce as well. I'm just going to mix that up. So then we're going to add just some ground black pepper. We'll do there. And then we get on to the main part of our recipe, which is the beef and the bacon. So bring over my metal bowl, set that to one side. And I'm just going to chop up. Now I've got 4 rashers of bacon here. So if I lay them out straight like that and double it over, basically I'm just going to chop this now. I'm going to take ground beef, I'm going to add our bacon into it as well, and we're just going to work that bacon through the beef. So just get your hands in there, don't be frightened of it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to spoon in some of that mixture, not all of it yet. And then work that through with your fingers as well. And this is where it really starts to get squishy, because you're getting a lot of that juice and stuff out of the tomatoes. So I think we're generally quite happy with that mix now. So I'm just going to rinse my hands off. And what we're going to do now is just lightly grease our baking tin. Now this is already a non-stick tin, but I still prefer that we have a little bit of oil in there anyway. So just pour a little bit of oil into one of those tins, into one of the muffin depressions. And we're just going to use that to share it around all the others. and we're just going to spoon a portion of this into each tin. So in reality, this is going to make around 20 of these muffins. I'm only going to start off by doing 12 today. So if you've got too much mixture, as I do here, basically what you can do with the rest of it is throw it in the freezer, or you can continue on and make another dozen or so anyway. So anyway, I've got those first 12 set up here like so, and I'm going to pop those in the oven. Remember, that's sitting at around 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to leave that in there for around 40 minutes to cook. So we'll come back to this in about 30 to 35 minutes and check on it and see how it's looking and go from there. So I'll see you in about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so we're back. It's been about 45 minutes. I checked on these about 5 or 10 minutes ago. They weren't quite done in the middle, so I just popped them back in and finished them off. So anyway, there we go. I'm just going to do 2 per serving. So fairly simple, just with a side there of broccoli and some kumara mash. Really simple but yummy meal, so I hope you enjoy that. That's our paleo beef and bacon muffins. Enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you back here at Yum Paleo for another recipe. See you soon.